Okay guys, I'm live on YouTube. I just need to refresh my Twitch. Well, welcome everyone to the start of a new week of streams. And yeah, we're kicking things off with Athena. I am looking forward to continuing this game today because we are on one of my favourite cases. I think it might be, I mean, it's not my favourite case in Dual Destinies that we're currently on right now, but it is, I would very much say it's a close second. Like, it's the second best case in the game in my opinion. But we are going to be continuing with the Themis Academy copycat murder, and yeah. Also, thank you for your patience and understanding about me and Fried not streaming yesterday. But yeah, safe to say, I mean, I don't know whether it was like a lack of communication or people just took way longer to explore the museum that we went to. But yeah, we ended up being there literally until like 10 minutes before closing time, which for someone like me who's used to going around a museum and like only going around it once and then being like, yeah, I feel like I've seen everything, and then I leave, yeah, it was a bit weird to be there like for the full day yesterday. So yeah, at least from like, I mean, we got there at like 9 and we were there until 4, like, no, 5 even. So like 8 hours to explore a museum is a little bit excessive, not gonna lie, but I still have fun because I am a big history buff. So to go out yesterday, take a break from stream and spend time with my fiance's side of the family, like that was really cool. So, but yeah, back to the stream today. So let's load our game. And yeah, that is us. Did I miss a week? I must have missed a week. Yeah, I must have missed a week playing this game. I was probably, yeah, I either was busy with something else or yeah, maybe I was at my mum's or something. I'm trying to remember. Wait, let me just double check. Yep, that's me. Okay, so here we are. Wait, are we still questioning Miriam Scuttlebutt, who was in this box? No, we just finished with that. So let me check the court record. So search the entire campus. So I guess we're just looking around for people to talk to. There could also be things to present to people. Like, yeah, actually I'll just go back to the stage and I will make sure to, whilst I'm here, I'll just check the audio. Yeah, the audio seems pretty bang on. So, ooh, enjoy the Hamilton breadsticks.
I will, thank you.
Great, now I'm, yeah. Yeah, I didn't eat before the stream, so hopefully I'm not gonna go too stir crazy from hunger. Okay, so, what have we got? So let's start with Corpse Planner. So that didn't do anything. Yeah, still nothing. I love this newspaper. The paper quality, the printing method, the smell of the ink. Could it be more perfect? Is it really that amazing? Meh, you just don't get it, do you? toilet paper, hamster cage lining, window wiper. My paper is so awesomely versatile. Am I to understand that the contents run the entire spectrum of fecal matter as well? Okay, stage costume. Nothing about that. Okay. Mock trial script. My script was way more popular than Juniper's. Really? Wow, is that the majority opinion? Yep, my behind-the-scenes maneuvers, threats, and deceptions work like a charm. Miriam, this may come as a surprise to you, but that's called cheating. Says you. I didn't break the law. Besides, the end justifies the means. That's what they teach us here. Apparently, some people are already thriving in the dark age of the law. And finally, we have the Themis Herald Extra. If you... no, nothing about that. So, yeah, we've definitely exhausted everything with Miriam for now. So, yeah, let's move back to the hallway. I think we've talked about... Yeah, we've talked about everything with Mr. Wright. So, we could always try presenting stuff to him and see if he has anything to say about it. Yeah. No, nothing. Things like that sure scream out school days, don't they? Are you involved in any extracurricular activities like school papers or mock trials? Nah, that wasn't my thing. I was an art major. An art major? Then how did you become a famous attorney? It's kind of complicated. And when I say kind of, I mean really, really complicated. Oh. He must really mean it. I'm picking up a lot of complex emotions in his voice. I wonder if he's referring to everything that went down in Trials and Tribulations when he says that with Dahlia. Nothing. Yeah, okay. So... yeah, it doesn't seem like Phoenix is gonna tell us much. So, we did bump into Robin at the maintenance room, so let's go there. Yeah, so I'll just present evidence to her, to him, in case we missed anything. Whoa, did you make that? Let me fire it in the kiln for ya. Just give it to me and I'll take care of the rest. I think I'll pass on the kiln firing this time. Phew, dodged a bullet there. And nothing. Ah, that paper! So, Robin, is this article true? The author of that article has been gunning for the three of us for some reason. It's been nothing but trashy articles like this as long as I can remember. Maybe the author just wants your attention? No way, man! The venom in these articles is way beyond that. I wonder. Okay, stage costume. Nothing about that. Mock trial script. Whoa, deja vu, man! It's like I can almost taste my near victory again. But no, the final showdown was cancelled because of that murder. This topic sure seems to strike a raw nerve. I hope it doesn't come between you guys. You kidding? Our friendship, it's like a diamond, only tougher. It's like a powder keg before a spark. It's like the calm before the storm. In other words, it's under a lot of pressure and ready to blow at any moment. Okay, so yeah, we presented everything to Robin. So, hi Avalon! have been watching Dynamite. I've just been, I don't know what's been up lately, but I find I've been watching Dynamite and then I'll get near the main event and I'll just fall asleep. So I still need to watch Mox and Claudia's match from Dynamite before Wednesday, so I can see how that went down. Cause yeah, I fell asleep when Mox was coming out for that match. So yeah, I'm very annoyed that my natural ability to fall asleep made me miss that match. Right, let me go to the lecture hall. Yeah, I mean, I think I just do it because I'm kind of like a dog where I'll get into a really comfy spot, and then once I find that really sweet spot where I feel really comfy, I can just drift off. Yeah, I still need to watch Collision as well, but I have been enjoying the Continental Classic a lot lately, and I'm really looking forward to going to see Dynamite myself in well, it'll be a week on Wednesday. I'm going to the Holiday Bash in Manchester, so that'll be really fun. Look, there's Hugh. Hey, Hugh. Oh, it's you two. You want something? Did you find anything? You said you were going to do some investigating of your own. Nope, nothing yet. I'm afraid it's not looking very good for Juniper. Yeah, yeah, I know a few people that are going to, like a few online AEW friends that are going to both shows, but I mean, Cardiff is quite a way for me to travel, so I just settled for Manchester because that's nice and close. Yeah, and yeah, you will get it early because I imagine. I mean, if the start time for Winter is Coming is the same as the one for the show I'm going to, then over here in UK time, the show will start around 6 or maybe 7. But for you, it'll be like 3 or 4 p.m. like dinner time-ish. Only the author and the victim knew the contents of the script. Both the stage and the art room were in the exact same state as described therein. Nobody can mimic the crime like that unless they'd already read the script or wrote it. But, look, Professor Means is better able to handle this than you two, so just leave it to him. There it is again. I'm picking up some discord in Hugh's voice. Okay, let's talk about Hugh O'Connor. Hugh, would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself? Heh, whatever. I'm 6'1", and under this uniform, I'm 100% lean muscle. My grades are outstanding, and I'm the ace of the archery club. Needless to say, I never miss my mark. Oh, and I'm incredibly humble too. How can you even say that with a straight face? Those around me call me a genius, but I pay them no mind. But when it comes to tests, I always get 100%, so I suppose it's only natural for them to say I'm a genius. But as I said before, I pay them no mind. I heard you the first time. But what about the mock trial? It sounded like you were about to lose to Robin. Heh, there's a very good reason for that. You see, right before the mock trial started, I saw the body. You saw the body? Right, and I was so distraught that I basically handed Robin a victory. Hugh, would you mind telling us a little more about that? Discovering the body? right before the mock trial, the campus was empty. Everyone was here in the lecture hall. Your attention, please. This is an announcement from the mock trial committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. That's right, there was that announcement and then everyone came in here. The only exceptions were the mock trial participants. Juniper, Robin. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that's good to know. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably be too tired to watch Dynamite. Like, I will watch the Dynamite I go to back, but I probably won't do it like at the normal time because it'll be too late, and I imagine I'll still be recovering from the show from actually going to it. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to going to Dynamite. It'll be my third time seeing AEW live as well, and yeah, it'll be my first since All In last year. So yeah, All In, the second All In London. So yeah, and I really do think that AEW has an amazing live atmosphere, so I'm looking forward to experiencing it again. Juniper, Robin, and I were in our personal dressing rooms next door. Wow, your own personal dressing rooms? That's total VIP treatment. Actually, they're for student-teacher meetings. They don't even have windows. The other two waited patiently in their rooms, but that's not my style. So I headed over to the archery range on the other side of the quad. I did some meditation while I waited. That's the best way to relax. Then, just before the mock trial was to start, I headed back towards the main building. Now that I think about it, I don't think Winter is Coming on Wednesday will be live as well. I think it is live. And yeah, I know that Collision for Cardiff will be live, but yeah, clearly TBS just have a thing for keeping to their regular time slots instead of pushing things earlier in the day. As I walked across the quad, I passed in front of the stage. So that's when you saw the body? Right, it was quite a shock. As much as I hate to admit it, my legs were shaking. I could have easily beaten Robin if it hadn't been for that. Wait, hold it right there. You went through with the mock trial even though you had just discovered a body? Why didn't you tell anyone? I mean, we're talking about someone getting killed here. I think I know why. Was it because of this? Ah, where'd you get that? So, this article in the Themis Herald is true. The winner of the mock trial would get to make his confession to Junie. Right, but if I reported the body I'd found, the whole thing would be called off. You really wanted to win that bad? Bad enough to ignore a dead body? Sorry, but that's not normal. Or could their love for Junie really be that strong? Thanks for sharing that important piece of information with us. It may prove useful at tomorrow's trial. Good, because that's all I have to say about the matter. Thanks, and don't worry, we'll prove Juniper's innocence, you'll see. Heh, I can't say you two inspire much confidence. Okay, Athena, what next? Well, I think I've talked to everyone who is somehow linked to the case. Okay, maybe it's about time we wrapped up our investigation. Oh wait, we haven't met with Junie yet. Yeah, you're right. Let's head over to the detention center. Okay, let's move to the detention center to speak with Junie, who is our defendant in this case. Athena, thank you so much for coming. She called me Athena like she used to. Maybe she's finally letting her guard down. Okay, let's talk about the scripts. Junie, crime's unfolding exactly like your script. Any idea what's going on here? You wanted to make it fair, so the script was kept secret until the day of the mock trial. And the only people who knew the details were Professor Court and I. Nothing we haven't heard already so far. However, yes? What is it, Junie? Well, there was this one article in the school paper. You mean this one? It's more like a tabloid piece than a newspaper article, if you ask me. There we go. I've been worried that the trial would wreck the friendship between Robin, Hugh, and me. She wants to stay friends, but both the guys are hoping to take it to the next level. Oh, the passion of high school drama. Wish I could have experienced it. And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution. But Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Ah, so if Robin had won, Hugh wouldn't have been able to confess his love to Junie. That would have kept the trio's relationship the same. Never knew Junie could be so devious. Sorry, I guess my personal problems probably won't be of any help in court, huh? You never know. Help often comes from the most unexpected places. Thanks, Juniper. Okay, now let's ask about the awl, or the murder weapon. I was wondering about that awl you had on you when you were arrested. Detective Fulbright, we found this in the suspect's pocket. Well, why? There's blood on this. But that's evidence we made for the mock trial. A mock trial? Never heard of such a thing, but it sounds fishy to me. Real fishy. It was the murder weapon from the mock trial. Professor Court and I were prepping it in the art room until the day before the trial. I didn't even realize I still had it on me until I was arrested. Then we've nothing to worry about. There shouldn't be any way to link it to the crime. Still, that blood red color on the awl bothers me. Wasn't it just paint or something? I mean, I was looking at it from pretty far away, but it probably was just paint. And that's what bothers me. It wasn't on the awl when we were prepping it yesterday. It wasn't? And how and when did it get there? Well, before the mock trial began, I showed Dina and Mr. Wright to the waiting room. Then I went back to my dressing room to get the trial props we were going to use. That's when I found the art room key and the awl with what looked like blood on it. Key and the awl. Professor Court normally has the art room key since she's the Fine Arts Club's advisor. And since that key was there in the dressing room, I thought she was the one who had painted the awl to look like it had blood on it. After all, she always insisted that the props should be realistic, so the awl suddenly shows up on the day of the trial with what looks like blood on it. I have a really bad feeling about this. Me too, but let's not jump the gun on this. Okay, mock trial prep work. You and Professor Court were busy preparing for the mock trial together yesterday, right? Was that the last time you saw her? Yes, I left school at around 6 p.m. Did you notice anything different about her? No, I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary. She looked and acted the same as always. I would have never guessed she'd end up like this. It looks like we're about out of time. Thank you for coming to see me. We'll do everything we can to prove you innocent tomorrow. I know, and I believe in you, Athena. Well, I should go now. Bye. she's gonna be alright. She's like a shadow of the girl we met back in the academy. The Junie I knew was always like that, a little weak and sickly. But the fact that she's lifted her facade shows that she trusts us. Even still, what is it? Well, when Junie and her two friends were talking about their friendship, I sensed some discord in their hearts. Seriously? Yeah, but it was really faint. I might have been mistaken. There's no reason to doubt their friendship, is there? Don't worry, everything will be fine. You and Junie are friends, right? You know that friend I mentioned to you earlier? Well, get this. Whenever something's troubling one of us, the other can just feel it. That's real friendship. I suppose you're right. Might as well forget about that and concentrate on the trial. Yep, tomorrow's the big day. Let's sort out what we know so far. Okay. The victim, Professor Constance Port, was murdered in the art room on the 3rd floor. Then her body was moved to the outdoor stage in the quad. Also, the location where we found the body was just as the mock trial script described. I wish those were the only similarities they shared. What do you mean? What I mean is the script in this case were exactly the same in almost every respect. So it follows that the actual trial may very well unfold just like the mock trial did. Oh no! The mock trial ended right before the prosecution was about to win. Well, that's not gonna happen. This time, Junie will be declared not guilty. Of course, I intend to get our results the honest way. We can do this. We'll be fine. After all, I have Apollo and he's the king of being fine. Okay, so on to the trial. Yep, continue. Oh, my butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? My heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran that full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So my fears were unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal, and willing to use any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish they'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me, as a lawyer, what is it that you treasure beyond all else? Hehe, that's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficiency the hard way. Grrr. Forgive me, Professor Haynes, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me... Oh, thanks to him I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena, and don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force the biggest smiles. The trial is about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Okay, into the courtroom we go. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, defense team leader, is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Your baldness. I know. As usual, you want me to deliver the opening statement. Ah! This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate it any further. Now, summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your baldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, please call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement. Getting right to the witness stuff. Interesting. Detective Fulbright, him and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. Oh right, the case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favorite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding, if that's what you're thinking. Alright, Detective Fulbright, would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. Okay, the all has been added to the court record. The weapon used to murder Constance Scott, her blood was found on it along with Julie's fingerprints. And there is Court's autopsy report. Estimated time of death between 6 and 8 p.m. Cause of death, blood loss from a deep stab wound in the victim's side. Wow, that bird can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along, the body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body had been moved from the art room to the stage? Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Well, is this new evidence to us? Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. But why is this the first we've heard of a death threat at the moment of the murder? Shh! Silence, please. I would like to play the tape for you now. You're a goner! It is quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. Okay, the tape recording has been added to the court record. Used by Miriam to secretly record the conversation in the art room, a woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night and discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning. However, no one reported seeing a body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of the mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait one moment. If all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Ha ha ha, have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The 3 mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. Why? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those 3 students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust. I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. And by those 3, I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, and Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the 3 people who could have moved the body, just 1 is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility. No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me. Splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate a salary raise next month. Ha 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 ha. I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust. Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. Oh, it's Miriam. So, our first witness is a cardboard box. Cack! Stealth mode deactivated. Oh my, the box has hands. Smile, Your Honor. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken. Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on the judge force. Juniper's been a bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes. Might I ask whether you could come out of that box? How will I get any more scoops if I blow my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter. But testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass a death sentence upon them. Oh my, I had never thought of it that way. Very well, if it was to spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time. A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto! How can the judge believe this load of crap? Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face. The similarity of the case and the script. Okay, time for the testimony. The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Junie knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Junie's murderous rage. Junie has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script. The murder is just like her script? Could such a thing be true? Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see. This is so simple even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script, ergo the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, this witness's script, along with an envelope on which Hughes was written, were found. This proves that the accused script has been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script, an argument ensued, and then the fatal stabbing. That makes perfect sense. What now? Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. Oh, he's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you. How dare she? My script had it all. A bum rap and phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals. I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness. No problem. I mean, yes, I'm ready, I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. Okay. So I'm gonna do what I usually do to start off the first cross-examination of a new Ace Attorney stream. So I'm gonna go through all the evidence we have just so I can like refresh my mind and get it ready to solve the contradictions. So we have Court's Planner, which has what Constance Court was doing that day written in it. So we got a routine report. So she needed to speak with Hugh, meet with Hugh about the report yesterday, important. Then we have prep for mock trial, meet with Mr. Wright about training seminar, and then the mock trial beginning. We have the arrow that pierced the victim's side. So yeah, we thought that was the murder weapon, but it turns out that the awl might be the murder weapon instead. We have the Themis Herald, which has a malicious article on an alleged love triangle involving Junie, Robin Newman and Hugh O'Connor. We've got a stage costume that Junie was supposed to wear before everything went awry. Yeah, so it's basically meant to resemble constellations. We also have stage costume notes, so paint inside a costume with fluorescent paint, leave time to dry, draw constellations on outside and make small holes according to the pattern. In the dark, the paint will shine through the holes, bringing the constellations to life. So yeah, it was meant to be glow in the dark. We have the mock trial script. So, facts about the case. A body with a protruding arrow was found in the quad, much like the real murder. The murder weapon was an awl, also like the real murder. The arrow was inserted as a ruse. The actual murder scene was the art room where traces of blood were found on the floor. How the body was moved. So, yeah. And then we've got why the body was moved and things to prepare. We also have the Themis Herald Extra, which is the cancellation of the mock trial. And there is the actual murder weapon, the awl. We also have the stuff that we just got just now. So, yeah. Marks on wrists indicate wrists may have been bound. No other visible damage, but stab wound was very broad, so it wasn't cleanly inserted. Okay, so let's press to get more info. There must be places where the script and the case diverge. Hack, don't sweat the details, that kind of stress will give you wrinkles. I'm not worried, my skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate. Blackwell thinks he's so funny. What did you just say? Hahaha, Blackwell really turned that one around on you. Just, whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback. Whoa, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hadn't yet been erected in the mock trial script, and in the actual case there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility. Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence. What a total burn. Try again, why don't you, pawn of woods? Okay, up until the mock trial began, only Professor Paul and Juniper knew the script's content. Okay, do we have anything contradicting that? Need to speak with you, O'Connor, about the plot. Okay, school paper, stage costume, mock trial script. So there isn't any mention of anyone else. Yeah, there isn't any mention of anyone else that might have had an inkling about the script's contents. So yeah, I'll press again just to get more information. Somebody could have stolen a peek beforehand. I don't think so. I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam. But that crafty she-devil Junie has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed? Interesting point. Still, Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such underhanded tactics? Why, you... I plead entrapment. How is you blurting out your own crime entrapment? Yeah, it just sounds like a confession. Hack, hack. But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all set to use Juniper's script. But Professor Colt's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Okay, let's press. How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script? There in the art room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked use and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there. It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law. I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it. But Junie, she used some devious underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece was used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation? Juniper has to be the killer, she has a motive, and the murder is just like her script. I mean, yeah, the all certainly doesn't help our situation there because Junie's fingerprints are on it. But yeah, let's keep getting information. Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script. Objection! Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary. Oh, what did you just say? If he's so weary, you should try humping less. I bet that'd save some energy. This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary. Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully. Sykes don't know. You, O'Connor, discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage the body as it is in the script before anyone knew its contents? Ah, that's right. You even fathom the intricacies that go into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child. Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption. How marvelous! A photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand. In a school paper? Seriously? I believe you pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Okay, so we were meant to just press every statement there. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may never forget. No, no! Even my arguments get thrown back in my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do? Athena, you should just about have all the answers you've been looking for now. Huh? Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way? I don't follow. Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do. Ah, I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look just as it was in the script, and that it is beyond the shadow of a doubt not a coincidence. Is that correct? No, duh. After all, it's just more evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways. Ha. Well, what did I say? What did I say? Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational. Well, what do you mean? Yes, Miss Sykes. Please tell this court what you mean by irrational. It wouldn't make any sense for Julie to mimic her own script on purpose because it would, I mean, I think it would make her the culprit. Like, it'd be way too obvious that she did it. But I am just gonna check, just because in Ace Attorney, if you do pick the wrong option, it can set you back quite a bit. Turnabout Academy. Trial day 1, there we go. Yeah, make her the culprit, so I was right. Okay, click back on again. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That in and of itself is irrational. Hack, what's wrong with them being the same? Yes, Miss Sykes, care to explain what you mean? Okay, let's say for argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script? That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... That's right. If she had really done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. Ha! The body was found the day of the mock trial. In short, the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murderer to go exactly like the script. Hack. Don't let it go to your head just yet. It would seem Justice Dono's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until he masters its use. Enough with the stupid sword metaphors already. There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak. A reason? What reason? Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case in script. No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself. What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too? Precisely. And with the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled. Wait, so you didn't call the police? Nope, I kept it secret for my big scoop. You can't do that. I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin, did I not, my little box top? Cat, compared to the work of a war correspondent, the sheer terror of that was... Ah! Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her. Block off all the holes in her box and spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight. That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony. Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. Okay, a new testimony. What Scuttlebutt saw. I slept in the Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper had changed into her stage costume. I asked her, "What are you doing?" And suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Port's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
Why did you withhold such key testimony? Cack, what's that supposed to mean? Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is. No, wait, I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she, too, could have moved the victim's body. Cack! The prosecution's claim no longer has any ground to stand on. Help! Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers, so when you squeak like a little brat, it agitates Taka. You want him to peck your eyes out? No thanks. You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, I was at an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home. Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secured to the floor. I tried to warn you. Oh. Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down. Huh? No, wait a minute. The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap. Oh, why can't you say you reap what you sow? Very well. As the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events. Don't you worry about me, Your Honor. There's no rest for the wicked, or journalists either. My third eye is always eyeing a scoop. She's always eyeing a scoop. Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it!
Oh, Apollo's not done with Miriam. Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not? No, I didn't take one. Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Cack. Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body? Cack. It's not like I, actually saw it, but... What the devil? You hear that, Your Honor? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again? Nice try, Boy Wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Jumi led me there. Feast your eyes on this. What exactly am I looking at here? It's a crucial moment forever frozen in time by my third eye. Photo clearly showing Juniper Woods. Cack! Why did you not tell me of this? It's a shocking scoop I was saving for just the right moment. And that will be now, right here in court. Surprise! Ah! What did I do? What did I do? All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment. She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackfoot like that. Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected turn. Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject? Ah, so then... Right, who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place?
Objection!
A completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is, there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped. The witness pursued the accused this way after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad, then walked pardon Cretin. Then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box. She stayed under her box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult. Recall that the body was already there, for Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial. Her! But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness. The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. It seems Justice Stono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least. Phew, guess I pulled that one off somehow. Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver. Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box. It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many... Tell another lie, or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch. Cack, but please, anything but that. Miriam really likes that box. I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. Alright, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness. Okay, so, let's press. Get our info. You said you snuck in, but why would you do something like that? Because if I got a big scoop on Juniper, club membership would go through the roof. Right now, the newspaper club only has one member, me. Club's history once I'm gone, so the Themis Herald's brand recognition is a matter of life and death. Her means may be questionable, but her motive is surprisingly sound. Extra. Students seeking the thrills and chills of expose journalism report to the club room. This has been a paid advertisement. Anyway, where was I? Never took Miriam for such a go-getter. Juniper changed into her stage costume. I asked her, what are you doing? Fresh. Why would she change into that costume? The mock trial was about to begin. How should I know? But if you don't believe me, take a look at this photo. I captured this critical moment like the gonzo journalistic pro that I am. But this only shows the back of whoever was fleeing. Do you expect me to shoot her face when she's running away from me? I guess you're right, but this doesn't seem to be getting me anywhere. At any rate, as this photo shows, Junie was in her stage costume. And suddenly, she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. Fresh. That doesn't mean you have to chase her. Call it a journalist instinct. I see something fishy, I go after it. But you never did catch up to her, did you? A true undercover journalist gets up and dusts herself off when she stumbles. That reminds me, can you fall during the chase when you tripped on your box? A true undercover journalist is always ready to stumble over a great story. There are a lot of holes in your story. Is that just the scuttlebutt brand of journalism? Cat. A true undercover journalist always prevails against her adversaries. Okay, facts. What would our client have to gain from leading you there? The accused had employed her self-penned script as a manual for murder. Ergo, she had to stop the mock trial before the script's details became public. And that accounts for her desperate attempt to lead our Carton Cretin here to the bottom. But as we all know, Miss Scuttlebutt didn't alert the authorities. And as a result, the mock trial began as scheduled.
Objection!
The issue here is not whether it was in fact halted. The fact remains that the accused was trying to lead the witness to the body. Does that not show clear intent to halt the mock trial? Ah! I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made. Okay, well, this photo, I don't know whether I'm jumping the gun by doing this now, but this photo contradicts this diagram because Junie's costume is meant to have glowing star patterns on it, but this photo just shows Junie wearing a blue kit. So that's either not Junie wearing that costume or she was just wearing her costume the wrong way. But I think it's probably not Junie. So I'm gonna go with my gut and present this diagram.
Objection!
There we go. Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in this photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume. Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut. No, that's where you're completely mistaken. What? This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume. Oh my, what a wonderful creation. The constellations are extraordinary. I'm glad you noticed, because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. But there is not a single star on the costume in the photo. Oh, then that means, what exactly? Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out. But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that? Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out. Cat. Well, wait, you're not suggesting... That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. The costume designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out. Cat. Ooh, we might be getting somewhere. Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter? A failure as a reporter? Cat. She exposed herself. Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box. You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
Now, I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have this court focus. What do you mean? Miss Juniper Woods? Yes? What were you doing on the morning of the mock trial? I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent. Look, what was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have Destinies. Not fluoride, fluorescent, saying glowing. Paint would make it glow in the dark. Yes, so you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then, this is a photograph of the inside out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there is a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why yes, I believe it would. Indeed. Ergo, the costume was worn the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out. Gah! Glowing costume photo added to the court record. Figures he would have a photo. Oh, did we just fall into his trap? Yeah, I bet Black Quill had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look. Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up. Check out the chest area. It kinda looks like handprints to me. Hey, you're right. But Junie would know better than to touch it while the paint is still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make mistakes, why not a rank amateur such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically, you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up? Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far. Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought everything through, though. What? You mean you've just been bluffing? What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto. Showdown, is it? I gladly accept. The fluorescent paint was just tucked in the hands of whoever touched the costume, and that paint should glow in dark places, so I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. This piece of evidence shows who touched the costume. Yeah. Ah, it was Robin. Okay. So, yeah, so you can see that Robin's hands in the bottom picture are glowing yellow. So, there we go. School newspaper. Interesting. Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Wood's fluorescent paint. It is glowing. Quite brightly, I might add. But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't. Not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on. Oh, that means... what again? It means the figure photographed in the costume was not her client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman. What? To think you were actually able to prove that. Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom. So then. Does that mean that Robin is our man? Well, that's certainly how it looks. Very well. Robin Newman it is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself, I challenge you to a duel. He's sweating a bit. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman! I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah! No, that's not it. Art's gotta be sincere, man. So, for occupation, should we put down budding artist? No! Themis Legal Academy, Senior, Prosecutor Course. This brace is proof of my masculinity. I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years. Ahem. I assume you will be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Ah! Oh, man! Ah! It seems the witness has finally settled down. I guess nothing phases the judge after all these years. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you have fluorescent paint on your hand. Okay, it's time for Robin's first testimony. Why I touched the costume. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin it was on, it was about to fall on me. I got that paint on me when I caught it. But I never put it on, that's just stupid.
Hold it!
Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... No! Not again. What's his problem? I sensed it the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Time for a good old therapy session. Okay, so he went to see Junie in her waiting room, but she wasn't there, so he was surprised. When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa, shocked and surprised. Shocked and happy. The mannequin it was on, it was about to fall over. I got that paint on me when I caught it. I never put it on, that's just stupid. I'm gonna pinpoint happiness because I can see why Robin would be shocked there, but I don't think the happiness is fully explained. When you mentioned the stage costume, I sensed a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Oh, wait, why? Well, why would a frilly scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Oh, I can't be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude, and I'm into braces. You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Junie's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling toward me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Okay, new picture. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that could prove this statement contradicts what really happened? Okay, so... I don't think... sweatsuit... Yeah, I'm just looking in case there's any, Okay, so... The mannequin stuck out my hand to stop it. Well then, there isn't a full handprint on the... Yeah, there's only like fingers. So maybe that's the evidence I need to present.
Take that!
You said the mannequin came falling toward you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointing outward like this. That's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like just your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why in the world would I leave such weird handprints? You know why? You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Miss Woods' clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on, but I don't like girly clothes, man. Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. Okay, so nothing so far. My heart's pounding even though I'm a guy. Okay, I think I know what the surprise emotion is. Oh wait, maybe I don't. I think the unexpected emotion is sadness on that statement, but I'm just gonna look. I'm gonna pinpoint the sadness. There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man. Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on, but you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Ooh, no. You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No, that's not it. I totally own those curly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But, there's something that keeps getting in my way. Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during the Nine Tails Veil incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right, help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. Well, what can it be? Fine, I'll testify, man. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna probe and I'm gonna probe the brace. I think the thing that's getting in the way of him being his true self is the brace. Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger toward your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? What? Mr. Newman, truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. It's a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off or that you don't want to take it off? Oh man, I should have kept my big mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity, but he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could he be at the root of his complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. I wonder what it could be. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Junie's looks. Yeah, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. Da 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 da. Yeah. So I kind of let it slip earlier when I referred to Robin as she, but Robin Newman is actually a girl. Mr. Newman, or should I say Miss Newman, you are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence, but that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear.
Hold it!
I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Ooh, 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 ooh. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day, but if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I have ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is, without question, a man. Ooh, 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 ooh. You are now truly just as Jono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit. Ooh. Ah! If you guys are done talking about me. Ah! I'm... Heh. Ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha ha ha. Oh, she's taking it off. Ah, the brace, it's... Oh. Yep, I think I see a pair of, you-know-whats that were hiding under that brace. So the brace was kind of like a what's known as a binder. So it's something that flattens the whatchamacallit to make someone look more manly. Miss Sykes, No, allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs, but no. Whoa, no way. Gonna... Surely this must be some kind of jest. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a P-E-E-K. As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the discord is gone. The image is now complete. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now this living lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's... It's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay! Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she. Eek! Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. Okay, A-Y? Nah! No pics so you'll regret it, man. Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally. This is all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything? The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things. Well, yeah, if Robin's a girl, then clearly... I mean, unless she's like, you know, not straight, then clearly she can't be pining after Junie. Because there is now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know the witness is a girl? I mean, the Themis Herald, right?
Take that!
No, never mind. Yeah, so I jumped the gun a bit there. Okay, oh, so is it the tape recorder? Because initially we thought that Junie could be the only person heard shouting "You're a goner," but now it might be Robin.
Take that!
There we go. This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh, the tape recorder, the one that recorded the threat, "You're a goner." That's right, and we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi, and that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. Ah, so then... That's right, the witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled a suspect too. Oh! Oh no! Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still a prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. Eek, that's not nice, Athena. How can you accuse me of being a killer? Excuse me. I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious is as suspicious as. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to the crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that will make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman. In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, doesn't it?
Objection!
Ah, he made it all make sense somehow. And he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show someone else knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way they could have known what was in the script is if they, saw the mock trial, maybe? I'll just, I mean, saw the mock trial seems like the most logical explanation. Da-da-da. Okay. Sorry if you had a bang in the background, we just got some toast. Had it from... Oh no, Junie told them. Okay. Good thing I checked. Okay. So they had it from Junie. Sorry, Junie, but you're not going to like this. Our client may have linked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but I revised the script to favor the prosecution, but Professor Fort noticed it immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, he wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. How could you, Athena? What a bunch of bull. I never heard a word about script from Juniper. Never, ever.
Objection!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? D.A.D. Athena. You don't have any evidence. Oh. Actually, you might have just the thing. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Fort who posed as the corpse. Her forehead. How did the mock trial participants react to the photo? Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Fort was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." S-U-R-E. I might have said that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Ah, I think I got it. Your Honor, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defense moves to present said evidence to the court. Very well, Miss Sykes, present away. This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents. Okay. I wonder if it's the script itself, because, where is it? Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. And who do we know that is on the prosecutor course?
Take that!
The mock trial script. Miss Newman, during the mock trial, you were shown a photo of the victim's body. Reportedly, you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the things to prepare page. Sweatsuit victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor course. Ah! You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of our privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honor. You what? Knowing script details makes me a suspect. Then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Hort's note. Note? What note? The professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial, and only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. Well, that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... but it's the truth. Professor Fort lived through exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case, but she did write a note to herself about the props and details about the victim's BODY. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage, so I took a picture of the note. I say she's telling the truth. Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script. Yes, I believe you're right. Apparently, this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackville would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case. Oh!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy. But don't think this spells victory. And why not? The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit. So put away your wooden sword, and show me what you are truly capable of if you wish to live. You want it? Don't worry, I'm gonna bring it. Okay, Hugh Connor has taken the stand. I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will cooperate, Hugh O'Connor. Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness? You will recall what the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder. The accused testified that she had left her home around 6 p.m. Yes, my notes here do confirm that fact. Right, our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yeah, that was but a felicitous lie. Or am I mistaken, golden boy? I have no intention of saying anything more. Now if you'll excuse me. Hold! I am not through with you yet. It seems the road prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you know what. Ah, no, wait. One little statement and Mr. Cool loses it? What's that all about? I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor? The word of a genius is good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, senior at Venice Legal Academy lawyer course. Who's that? How's that? Just fine. Your testimony then, if you please. You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you. I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him. Okay. To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range until 7, and around 7:15 I went to the main building before going home. That's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which point the campus is a desolate place. Now you will recall the tape recorder. You know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m. the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime. Do you have any proof of that? As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. The killer waited until the school was empty, spring her devious and deadly trap. So when the witness saw the defendant, that would have been... Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room. Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved? Great. Another inconvenient testimony. Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please. Okay. So, just a warning, this will probably be the last cross-examination I'll do today, and then I'm gonna wrap up the stream shortly, just because, yeah, I can feel cold symptoms starting to kick in, so I'm gonna make this a short stream, and then go get some rest, and also get some food, because I'm not eating yet after the stream. But first, let's get through this cross-examination. Thank you, everyone. I'll be fine with a bit of rest. I just, yeah. It's just, it's getting harder to talk because my nose is just, like, rebelling. Like, my nose is just really stuffy right now. So, let's press. So, no.
Objection!
Okay. Press.
Hold it!
Hmm. Okay. I'll keep pressing to get more information.
Objection!
Lol. Press.
Hold it!
Okay, so let's ask you about how did you prep for the mock trial? Okay. Okay. Well, I think I have evidence to contradict that because Constance Court needed to meet with you, so we're gonna present.
Objection!
Well, he seems a bit frazzled, so we're clearly on to something.
Objection!
Oh god, he really doesn't like his attorneys. Yeah, the voice was female. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with the victim, because that seems like the most logical explanation, but I am gonna check. Yeah, it is the victim. Okay. So yeah, the voice was Professor Corpse.
Objection!
Oh, I think Athena's just figured something out. She was scolding her comment, probably. I mean, she is a teacher, yeah. So she was scolding her comment. Lol. Even the judge figured it out. Yeah.
Objection!
Oh, it's a photo. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys to ponder what this picture represents, and I'm gonna end the stream here because I don't want to push myself when my body clearly is already practically screaming at me to take a rest. So yeah, let's save. And there we go. So yeah, that's saved. Yeah. So exit the game. I don't need to save because I already did. Okay, so well, thank you for coming to the stream. I know it was a shorter one than what I usually do. I usually like to stream for 3 hours, but yeah, I am gonna get some rest today. Also, my voice is my voice is a little croaky. Although I don't know whether that's another cold symptom or whether it might just be I maybe needed to drink more water. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the stream on YouTube, then feel free to like the stream, comment, subscribe. And if you enjoyed the stream on Twitch, please do drop me a follow. If you want to connect with me outside of stream, my socials are in the bottom right corner. And I'll keep an eye on my cold symptoms. Hopefully they won't get worse. Hopefully they'll get better. But if I'm feeling up to it tomorrow, I will be starting the 4th game in the Yakuza series because last Tuesday I managed to finish Yakuza 3 remastered. So tomorrow I'll be starting Yakuza 4 remastered. So yeah, definitely glad I'm moving on to Yakuza 4 because it's definitely because playing 3 was weird because it made me kind of realise that that's my least favourite Yakuza game. But 4 is definitely a lot better, so I'm looking forward to showing it to you guys starting tomorrow. Well, that stream should start at 4 PM GMT. I live in the UK, so I go by Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, until then, I'm gonna bid you all farewell on YouTube so I can focus on doing the raid on Twitch. So bye on YouTube, and I hope to see you